Made Fresh, 96.7 The Beat, Terry J and Jazzy T. We got a special guest in the studio with us. Please introduce yourself, ma'am.
Hi, what's up? This is her.
Her, how you feeling? How you
I'm
doing?
feeling good. I'm excited to be here.
Good. What brings you to the ATL?
I actually have a show. I'm on tour right now, but sold out show at the Coca-Cola Roxy
Yes.
in Atlanta. Yeah.
Yes, and it's been sold out for a while now.
Yeah.
How does it feel to know that, you're from wherever you started from, think back to that point to now where you have people who can't wait to see you and they know all your words and your show is sold out?
It's still surreal. Like, you can ask anybody around me. Like, I will always be surprised every time I hear news like that. Like, did you know you sold out your show? I'm like, really? People are coming to see me? Really? Like, people are paying to see me? It's still very surreal. But it's really cool. I'm living my dream, honestly. I can only be grateful.
And you've been doing this for a while, since you was 14?
I mean, I've been in music since I was
Forever.
like 6 years old. Like, I've been writing music, writing, playing instruments my whole life. Music kind of just took over my life from the minute I came out the womb, honestly. Like, I was always doing music.
So, do you remember the first time maybe, and tell us where you were when you heard your song being played on the radio? And what was that feeling?
Where was I? I feel like every time it happens, it feels like the first time.
Really?
No, honestly, like every time I'm in the car and I hear like Best Part or Focus come on the radio, like those just went #1 too, like, which is crazy. But every time I hear it, it feels like the first time. So I think I have the same reaction every time, like I'm going crazy or like I'm FaceTiming one of my friends or like my mom or something. Like, my song's on the radio, So I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, it just feels like confirmation.
And I have to say, I am a fan of your hair. Matter of fact, this is an inspired ponytail.
No way.
This is she.
Dope.
You got her, then you got she.
Okay.
So, but no, I love your style. I love your hair, and you're just so dope.
Thank
Glad
you.
to have you.
So you got I believe you just recently put out a new video.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk to us. Tell us how they come about and the concept and everything about
And the
that.
shades came off.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. I mean, still obscured a little bit, but could have been. I wrote this song earlier this year, wanted to release it, and Bryson was the perfect person to be on it. And I'm really proud of this video because the treatment I was heavily involved in, co-directing and just exercising that talent, and getting involved in my visuals is so important to me. So this video is like really important to me, but super excited about it. I mean, the treatment, the shooting it was very fun. Bryson's one of my good friends, and the director Lacey, she's so talented. So yeah,
And
the action's crazy.
And your music, you just dropped music as well. You have music that come out. Talk to us about that and like the whole birthplace of it. Like, where did it come from? Like, what spawned you to write about what you did in these songs?
Right. So I mean, I used to know her. The Prelude, right, came out, and now I used to know her, the Part 2.
Right.
And both projects are really previews of my album. And these projects, I guess, it's a lot different from Volume 1 and Volume 2, where it was specific to a certain time. I mean, it even though I still feel a lot of those things from that project, I just know when I created that project, it was a different me in a way. I mean, the same me, but just like I'm
different
growing.
experiences.
Exactly, different experiences, and I've grown a lot since then. So these two projects that I dropped are very they're very much representing that and my perspective in life. And not just in love, you know what I mean? Like not just love or relationships, but just in everything what's going on in the world today, social media. But yeah, I mean, the sound is very organic now. There's a lot more musicality and a lot more instrumentation, which I'm super proud of. And it's just elevation.
What's next for you? Like, you know what?
The album.
Everyone always
Yeah,
has.
that's next, the album.
Everyone always has a short-term goal. But what's like 5 years from now? If you could map it out for yourself, what are some things that you would want to accomplish within those 5 years?
I don't know. It's kind of crazy. People have been asking me that, and I used to think like, 5 years from now, 5 years from now, but everything has happened kind of quickly in a way, even though I've been working my entire life and this wasn't an overnight thing. It wasn't like a quick thing at all. But since I dropped my first project, I've already been on so many tours. I've already sold out. This is my second tour I've sold out,
That's amazing.
I dropped my project in 2016. So all that hard work kind of under wraps was like, coming out now. And it's like, it's showing now,
Right.
which is really cool, and I've just been proving myself. But yeah, I don't know, a lot of goals that I've accomplished thus far, like I didn't even plan on getting that done, and conquering that, up until this point. So that's a hard question, because 2 years from now I'm gonna be somewhere else. I keep elevating. I can't tell you 5 years from now what I'm gonna be, because right now the possibilities are super endless. But maybe,
isn't that a blessing to be able to say?
Maybe a Grammy, would be nice.
That would be nice.
Maybe a Grammy.
I see that.
I like those hints. Maybe a Grammy. Let's put that out in the atmosphere.
Right.
Speak life into it.
Exactly.
So nowadays, a lot of the rappers are collaborating with different, joint EPs and albums. And I noticed that you have a wonderful song with Ella Mai on her album. And what do you feel like about, or how, would you ever collaborate with another singer on like a whole EP or?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've had that conversation with some of my favorite artists or people that I've already worked with.
Who are some of your favorite artists? Let's hear that.
I mean, just people I work with, like Daniel Caesar is
Oh, my
incredible.
goodness,
and LMA
yes.
too. I mean, Bryson is super dope. I'm waiting for his album to drop.
We all wait for
yeah,
Bryson.
right.
Everybody's like, okay.
Yeah, everybody expects everything to happen so quickly now.
Yes,
That's
because
crazy how the
everything
world
so
is right
quick.
now.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's why I commend you on constantly dropping R&B hits, because it's not easy being an R&B artist, especially nowadays with you're like unicorns now, especially the ones that can
Rare
actually
breeds.
sing.
Yeah, thank you.
So that the continuation of you dropping EPs, I think is amazing, and we're waiting for the album.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, like you were saying earlier about collaborating with other artists on a joint project or something like that. Everybody's trying to get it right now. Everybody's on their grind, and I'm never in the same city as like most of these people, so it's hard to get it done. And I'm trying to get my album done, so it's a matter of time. But absolutely.
How much further do you have on this album?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm always like I just dropped this project, but the next day, like I was in the studio. I was in Europe and I had a show, but I was in the studio the next day. So I'm gonna be working up until the deadline and after, and after the release date.
It's so amazing. I love to hear when people say it, and you just said it. You're like, you know what? Just the other day I was in Europe. And I was like,
Just chilling in Europe.
I had a show. Right?
Can I be
know.
your suitcase?
It's
Can I-
right.
can I
No, it's
go?
a beautiful thing. Having shows out there. I just announced my tour out there too. So I'm just moving.
I love it, man.
That's lovely.
Speaking of shows, though, you have one with us here in the ATL, and
Yes.
for your previous show sold out the last time, and so for those who maybe bought tickets now and are super excited because they maybe missed the first go round and they get to experience the second time, what can they expect of the show? What is a H.E.R. show?
Let's see. The H.E.R. show. It's musical.
Okay.
But it's definitely an experience. I mean, it's a little bit mysterious, but you feel like you're connected and you feel like you're there with me. You feel like you kind of see a different side of me, or you see a different version of me, and that's the fun person that I am on stage. I don't know. Prepare to hear your favorite songs and
okay.
experience them in a different way.
Very dope. Well, speaking of mystic and mysterious, so we have mysterious sheets of paper that we've cut out.
So we have this card game. It's called Cuff, but
Okay.
we cut the cards and just kind of ask you. So here's
Okay,
the pal.
Cuff.
We
Got
have
it.
the mix.
So it's basically relationship questions and your thoughts.
Okay.
So
All right.
We'll let you pick.
we'll let you pick.
Okay.
Then whatever question.
Just one?
You can. If you
Oh,
as
depending
many
on
as
how
you
much
want.
time we have, we'll
Okay.
let you go. And it depending on how quick you have you may have answers like a little guru over here. We might just have to keep going through questions.
Okay, all right. Let's
but
see what we got.
let's see
All
what
right,
we
let's see
got.
what we got.
You
Okay,
read the
okay.
question out loud and then answer it.
What would you do if your man laughed at your attempt to be sexy? You laugh with him. You laugh with him because at the end of the day, what you do with your man is supposed to be fun at all times. At all times, whatever. it
No
may be,
pressure.
It's always fun. No pressure.
Okay, I like that answer. That's cool.
That was a safe one.
That was a safe. Okay, go.
Yeah,
One
right.
more. Let's do one more. One more.
It's kind of a weird question, but all right. Let's see. Okay. Are you obligated to tell your partner that you dealt with someone they previously knew? Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Because if you end up in the same room together,
It's gonna be hella awkward.
it's gonna be very awkward. And I would like to let somebody know instead of having them blindsided. Like, that's out of respect.
Or what if you don't know that they're going to be in the same room and they're
But what I'm saying is, that's a possibility because
Okay.
you both know that person.
Okay.
That's a that's a high possibility. You're in the same city, whatever. Like, I mean, different parts of the world. It's such a small world. You run into people that you didn't think you would run into all the time. So out of respect, yes, absolutely.
All right.
Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for stopping by the studio, being with us, and sharing our time with you. We wish you nothing but blessings, and the show be amazing. I know it's going to be that at the Coca-Cola Roxy.
Thank you.
Anytime you're in town, you know, you're extended family now, so anytime you got something going on, come
Please stop
holler
by.
at us, say what's up.
Oh, yeah,
We're
I'll be
here
out
now.
At the city tonight
Will
as
do.
well. While
Yes,
you're here.
enjoy
Not
it.
too much because you got a show tomorrow, but enjoy
I'm
it.
gonna be busy. I'm rehearsing tonight, actually.
Okay.
So
Well, I know you
That's
keep
how I'm gonna
grinding,
be
keep
enjoying
working.
it. Keep grinding.
But thank you so much for stopping by.
thank you guys.